Good morning student, myself Amrita Dubey, School of Pharmacy, BBD University, and my today's lecture is on emulsion as a dosage form. Emulsion is a two-phase system consisting of two incompletely miscible liquid, one of which is dispersed as fine globules in the other. Emulsion is a two-phase system, that is, it is a biphasic heterogeneous system, but the difference is that it is liquid in liquid. Suspension, as we studied that it is solid in liquid, but emulsion is liquid in liquid, in which one insoluble liquid dispersed in the form of fine globules in other liquid. We can also say that emulsion is an thermodynamically unstable biphasic liquid dosage form. The particle size of the globule range from 0.25 to 25 micrometer, and an emulsifying agent and mechanical energy are needed to join the phases because two phases are different in nature. One can be hydrophilic, another can be hydrophobic, and vice versa. So the miscibility of two liquid is rare. It can only be possible when we add any third ingredient or any third agent which have both hydrophilic and hydrophobic property and can disperse one liquid into another liquid. If we don't add any third agent, that is emulsifying agent, then two phases are present in the completely immiscible phase. So adding emulsifying agent to formulate a stable emulsion in which globules are uniformly dispersed or distributed, that is very important. So as I said that emulsion is also a thermodynamic unstable system, that is, one phase does not dissolve in another phase. Two liquids are completely immiscible, that is, you can see from the picture two immiscible phase, dispersed phase, continuous phase, emulsifying. First of all, for formulation or for the preparation of emulsion, we select the two liquid which are completely immiscible. For example, you can take oil and water which are completely different in nature. There are many pharmaceutical emulsion which are very important to formulate, so we have to choose liquid which are different in their chemical nature. Then we have to select the dispersed phase and continuous phase or dispersion medium. So the amount of liquid which are present less in amount, that will work as a dispersed phase, and the volume of liquid which are higher in volume, that will act as a external phase or the continuous phase. In that, the fine globules of the dispersed phase will be dispersed. And third and most important agent is the emulsifying agent, because emulsifying agent helps in the redispersion of these two phases. That is, emulsion can be formed by adding all these three ingredients, and it can form O by W type emulsion or W by O type emulsion. If dispersed phase present in less quantity, it will form O by W, and if present in the more form, it will form W by O. So depending upon the amount of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, it can be of water in oil emulsion or oil in water emulsion. Now classification based on state. So based on state of matter, it can be classified into the solid, semi-solid, liquid and gaseous. So solid, in which these are the simple classification of any dosage form, that is not specific to the emulsion dosage form. So these are the simple classification of any dosage form. So we mainly concentrating upon the liquid dosage form, that is of two type, monophasic and biphasic. So emulsion is a type of biphasic liquid dosage form in which one liquid is finally dispersed in the form of globule into the other. Now classification of emulsion. So emulsion consists of disperse phase formed by simple emulsion, that is O by W type, water, oil in water type, and water in oil type. Multiple emulsion means there are W by O by W type or O by W by O type. Macro emulsion, in which globule size are larger in size, and micro emulsion, in which globule size in micron in size based upon the particle size. Now based upon the mode of action, it can be topical emulsion, rectal emulsion, oral emulsion, and parenteral emulsion. So classification based upon the disperse phase. If disperse phase present in a less amount, it will form disperse phase, that is the discontinuous media, and continuous media will be of opposite in nature. Types of emulsion. So there are four types. O by W, as I said, O by W means oil in water type. Oil is dispersed phase, water is dispersion medium. Means oil is present in a less quantity while water will be present in higher quantity. Preferred for internal use. That is mainly preferred for what? Internal use. Non-greasy and easily removable from the skin. These can be easily, because external phase is water, so they can be easily wiped off or they can be easily washed off from the skin. Used extremely externally to provide cooling effect, and it can be also used to provide the cooling effect on any burnt or any allergic condition like vanishing cream. Second one is the water in oil type, that is water is disperse phase and oil is dispersion medium. Oil is disperse phase, that means water will be present in less amount and oil will be present in larger amount. Like blue dots shown in the picture represent water globules, while yellow background represent the dispersion medium of oil. Greasy and non-waterable and used externally to prevent evaporation of moisture surface of skin, like cold cream. It is mainly greasy in nature, that can be used on the fissures or on dry skin or in the environment where moisture content is very less. So this can provide the humectant property, or this can provide the emollient properties to the skin, and it cannot be easily washed off from the skin. Multiple emulsion. Disperse phase contain smaller droplet that have the same composition as the external phase. Means if the disperse phase is water, then their external phase will be water. Means oil in water in oil. O by W by O type, or W by O by W type. Means the disperse phase will be surrounded by the same phase. That is known as multiple emulsion. First one is the water in oil in water, that is W by O by W system, and oil phase separate internal and external aqueous phase. Second is oil in water in oil, that is system and water phase separate internal and external oil phase. Based upon the particle size, 0.2 to 15 mm macro emulsion, 0.01 to 0.2 mm micro emulsion, that is the pharmaceutical emulsion. What are the different applications? So The first application is unpleasant medication or drug can be incorporated. Oral, rectal, topical administration of oil and oil soluble drug can be formulated as emulsion, because if the oil soluble material, so that can be very easily formulated in the form of topical application emulsion form. Absorption and penetration of medicament are enhanced in the form of oil soluble dispersed phase. The drug which are oil soluble, they can be dispersed in the oil media as a dispersion medium, and can be and taken as a water as an external phase. So we can say that absorption and penetration of that drug will be very fast, because it is more soluble in the oil medium. Water soluble drug or vaccine to provide slow release, and if we incorporate water soluble vaccine or drug in the media surrounded by oil phase, then its release will be slow, because external phase is oil phase. So these are the some application by which we can easily change the drug bioavailability, drug solubility. So emulsion is a very good and applicable dosage form. Thank you. So this is all about the emulsion dosage form. Thank you.